Shalom, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem HaKadosh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, or the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, who are risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai. And the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as we are the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Akalio, and this video is on the topic of Jacob's trouble, the days to come, and other various topics that the Spirit allows. Okay, now just read it here first in Jeremiah chapter 30. And verse 7, Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it, right? The time of Jacob's trouble, a time like never before upon us as a nation. All right, the nation of Israel. And it is only the elect of the nation of Israel that will be delivered out of Jacob's trouble. And it is only the elect of the nation of Israel that will be delivered from the thermonuclear fire in America, the 1/3 elect, when Yahushua returns. And everything that you see going on right now is leading up to that point. All right, as it is written, so it shall be done. And we have many things to come. We have the mark of the beast prophecy, which is the microchip. We have the persecution of the prophets, Jacob's trouble. We have the World War III prophecy, right? And with this time of trouble that's coming, okay, we're going to be experiencing famine, pestilences, martial law, chaos, and pandemonium in this world, man. Okay? The prophet Esdras, in 2nd Esdras chapter 15 and 2nd Esdras chapter 16, saw it all. And he said, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days? To show you how terrible the days that are coming are. And these days must come because it's all a part of Bible prophecy. And these things must come before the deliverance. And they are a sign of the end of the rulership of the so-called white man, who are the biblical Edomites. They're the current rulers of this world today. And with the end of their kingdom comes our kingdom, as the scriptures say, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And our rulership is a perpetual, everlasting rulership, as we were promised by Yahweh Shemeshai, to receive the kingdom and the promises and everything. Okay? And the scriptures say in the book of Daniel that the saints shall rule forever and ever, to paraphrase. All right? But before we are delivered, the hopeful elect, and the kingdom is established, we must go through these horrible, terrible times to come. All right? And so I'm going to play this video from the brother GMS All Precepts. He posted this, and let's just watch what it says.
You think is coming is a recession. What your crazy friends might say to you is coming is maybe a depression. You'd be mistaken. Those are lies. What is coming is a collapse of the dollar. You haven't had one of those. We've never experienced the collapse of the dollar, of the world's reserve currency.
Right. This is what's coming, man. Okay. This is what's going to cause severe chaos. And the wicked elite of Esau, Edom, those that are in full control, as it says in Job chapter 9 and verse 24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. They have a motto that they live by: order out of chaos. So they're going to be bringing great chaos. And the scriptures say in Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12, the devil knoweth that he hath but a short time, so he's coming with great wrath, to paraphrase, right? And the thing about it is that they're going to collapse the world reserve currency, which is the dollar, so that they can usher in their new monetary system, which will be a digital payment system. And that is why they are developing their central bank digital currencies, right? And then they are developing their digital identification systems, which will include your bank account information, your medical information, telecommunications, travel, every single thing about your life that you can think about will be stored on your digital ID. And that digital ID will be transferred to the market chip, and then that is a prophecy, right? And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right, unless you have that market chip, you won't gain access to anything that is provided in this world. This is where the devil is heading towards, and he's going to collapse his dollar. All right. In the book of Ecclesiastes, it says that there's no new thing under the sun, right? And America is spiritually known as Egypt, right? That's a place of bondage, okay, upon us, the nation of Israel, right? And in ancient Egypt, there were things that happened, right? So first of all, in ancient Egypt, when you go to Genesis chapter 47, and we'll start at verse 13, and there was no bread in all the land, for the famine was very sore, so that the land of Egypt and all the land of Canaan fainted by reason of famine. So famine is one thing that happened in ancient Egypt, and famine is coming again. The Lord is bringing the judgment of famine upon the world. All right. But look at how what happened. And Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan for the corn which they bought. And Joseph brought the money into Pharaoh's house. And when money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? For the money faileth. So the money failed in ancient Egypt, and money is going to fail in modern day Egypt, America, known also as Mystery Babylon the Great, right? It is that place that it says in Revelation chapter 11 that it is spiritually Egypt and spiritually Sodom, right? It is that place, man. Okay. So the currency is going to fail. And the gentleman right here, that's what he's referring to, right? This is going to be the new thing that has never happened before, and it will cause great chaos. Okay. And then Esau, Edom, so-called white man, will simply have a solution, and his solution is going to be that microchip, which is the mark of the beast. You see? And that's why we will enter into the hour of temptation in Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth, right? The mark of the beast prophecy will affect everyone, everybody on this earth, right? It will affect, okay? But it is only the nation of Israel that can be saved. And it will only be the elect of the nation of Israel that will be kept from the hour of temptation, right? So this is all coming, man, okay?
This will make us Venezuela. Make no mistake. If you want to be prepared, prepare yourself like people should have prepared in Venezuela. Soon, I don't know when, but it will happen overnight. Soon, everything will be collapsing and the banks will close. and there will be chaos.
Yeah. And all of it will be to usher in that microchip, man, the mark of the beast. Okay. And actually, when you go to the book of Matthew, right? In the book of Matthew, chapter 24, Yahushua let us know how things would happen. And in verse 6 it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." And this is the period that we're literally in right now. Okay? "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." So we are going to be experiencing these things. All right? But then Yahushua lets us know in verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrow. So you can see how when you look at what's going on in the world right now, and you filter everything through the scriptures, and you can see where we're heading towards, right? The uprising of the pestilence, right? They're talking about that right now with the bird flu situation, okay? And we'll see how that plays out. All right, the pending famine that is coming. They've been talking about that since the 2020 worldwide situation. You know, they've been preparing all of these things, you know, to break down these things and to collapse these things, and then they're going to collapse the world reserve currency. And that really is going to cause a lot of chaos out there, right? A lot of chaos. You know, in the book of Second Esdras, Esdras talks about how the you know what? Second Esdras chapter 16, right? The prophet Esdras says, woe is me, in verse 17. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. And the beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come, right? So it's going to be so bad out there that the powers shall stand in fear, the people that have control in this world, right? It truly is going to be pandemonium, okay? What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges, talking about our people, right? They still won't turn towards Yahweh Shemishai for salvation. So they're going to be worshiping all of the false gods and idols that exist, and those things are all for naught, and they will be judged, and they will perish for it, right? Behold, victual shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down, right? The earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. Just like the image that we see here of the people and how it looks, you know, all chaotic and everything, man, yeah. Because when the money collapses, what do you think is going to happen? When there's also famine and pestilence going on, it's going to get wild out there. And if you don't have the covering from Yahweh Shemishai, you're completely through, man. Okay? In the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 1, and let me reiterate that salvation is only for the nation of Israel. Okay? And it says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, who is our creator, Yahweh Shemishai. And furthermore, we were given everything, man. The promises, the gifts, the kingdom, everything, man. Okay, we're the Lord's holy chosen people. Right? It is us who can call upon the name of Yahweh Shemishai and pray to Yahweh Shemishai, and our prayers be answered. The heathen don't have that privilege. Okay? While the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. You know, we're in those days. You know, times are terrible right now, but times are going to become much more worse. than they are right now. And it can be felt through the spirit, man. It's like the calm before the storm. Okay? And as the gentleman in the video mentioned, that the money can collapse overnight. And it is true. It is true. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, right? The keepers of the house being those economic individuals, man. You know, they watch the money and all that kind of stuff. You know, the stock market and everything. They're going to tremble, man, because the money is going to collapse, right? And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they're few. And those that look out of the windows be darkened, right? They're going to be looking out through the windows, and the windows will be darkened, which means that they won't have any hope, right? Because if you don't have any hope in Yahweh Shemishai, you're just going to see darkness, man. Okay? It is only the elect that will have hope and see the light, so to speak, right? Because the elect will know that these things are happening, will happen, and are happening for a reason. And at the end, Yahushua will return and deliver us. All right, the hopeful elect. But those that don't believe in Yahweh Shemishai for our people, they're going to see, all they can see will just what's in front of them. And they're going to be acting out, and they're going to be participating in the chaos of it all, and then they will perish, you know. But yeah, man, these days are coming. And it does truly feel quite close, you know. But, you know, and, you know, individuals may think that, oh, when I say close, it could just be like next month or something, which it could be, you know. My hope is that everything happens sooner than later, but close could be the next few months, maybe even the next few years. But regardless of that, in the grand scheme of things, that is close. All right, especially when we're in the kingdom, enjoying the kingdom, you know. This time would have truly, looking back, it would have been like a short period, you know, after many years have passed by, etc. Okay. But while we're in the midst of it right now, it can feel quite tedious, you know, especially being in this flesh, you know, and fighting this flesh, you know, as members of the hopeful elect, right? And that is the battle as well that we face. Okay. But anyway, with that, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemishai, Bashim Kodesh. Shalom.